This week, it was the inevitable conclusion, because as we all know, only Yusaku is allowed to do anything important in this show. I'm gonna be straight up honest. I don't have a ton to say about this week's episode, but once again, I am struggling to get through an anime review, this time the Koi to Uso review, because I want to write a script for that one, and I'm not good at time management. So here we are, taking a break from that to talk about this week's Vrains, and it was kind of par for the course. I liked the way the duel went. I like that new Goki that can summon anything. Like, just get one of your rank 3s back, make a quick rank 4. I think there's some degeneracy that could pop up depending on just where in general Link support goes. I like that the Gokis have a very consistent adding engine, and that they aren't restricted to having to go into their own archetype for Links, or maybe they're not, actually haven't read any Gokis. So I think that you can actually probably make some Link spammy type stuff with Gokis as we get more sort of generic, adaptable Links. The Borolo Saber thing at the end there, that felt kind of lazy. Like, he needs a new boss monster, because we kind of rode ourselves into a corner by giving Go a really good Goki Link monster. Just make Borolo with swords. I have a feeling he'll probably be our next cover card. And the other thing I thought was funny was when Revolver used Squib Draw and Quick Launch. Like, oh hey, those two secret rares that should never have been secret rares because rockets are garbage. Circuit Break was a weird set. Other than that, nothing too crazy. I enjoyed Go's death, if that makes sense. I like the fact that this isn't a character who, unless they did something really over the top with him, I think it wouldn't feel right to make his exit or anything like that a tearjerker or really emotional, because they just didn't do anything with him. Like, up until he showed up last episode, he's just been gone. Like, you couldn't even show a scene of him running around or anything, and then he just kind of showed up and sort of saved the show in a lot of ways. So ultimately, I think it would have been annoying to try and play it up, at least with Aoi and Akira. Like, the two are plot relevant, even if it's just only when these writers feel like it. So I thought it was fitting. I like he didn't fall down. I like the kids didn't see it. I don't know. I don't know. That was all fine. Just, again, it just kind of, we knew he has to lose because we knew Yusaku has to take on Revolver, so what else can you do? I know I've complained about the way these deaths have been handled. In hindsight, I kind of like that each death was sort of different as far as what you were supposed to feel and what was the intention behind it. I don't like the way they treated Aoi's leaving. I really wish they would do better with that, and I don't like that everything is just building up to Yusaku being unbeatable. But I like the fact that, like, Ghost Girl's exit was very, all hope is leaving, like there's nothing we can do, something really bad is about to happen, that sort of sense of despair. I like that Aoi's death was meant to feel almost horror-esque, sort of that idea of this psychopath who just bodies you and just sort of is horrifying. Akira was more the tragic sacrifice for the greater good, and Go is more sort of the, I tried, he's just too much. And I do like that they tried to make it all a little bit different, even if I feel like ultimately it wasn't served well from a narrative perspective. I think it went, I don't know, it's really tough. I don't think Yu-Gi-Oh is sexist. I don't know if any of you are on Twitter, but Rank 10 Yu-Gi-Oh did a tweet where he kind of said that, well, Go gets a final scene, Go gets Go had a big exciting duel, meanwhile Aoi just gets bodied and then gets taken out by a side character with no final scene. And then he kind of does a thing where he blames the director. I don't want to guess what his intention is, but I don't think it's intentionally, because some people are, and I've hinted at myself, I wish women would be treated here better. I don't think Yu-Gi-Oh is sexist. I just think that nothing is being handled well right now, and I just feel like, considering the way shonens are done, and considering the way card game animes are done, and considering what the studio mandate probably says, I think that Aoi just keeps getting shafted just because of extenuating factors. I don't think there's any ill content meant because she's a woman. Yeah, but other than that, not really a ton to say. Tell me what you thought of this episode below. Also, I'm thinking of doing, because I actually responded to a comment yesterday about someone who asked me, what would I do about fixing the system. I never got back to him for that part of it, but if you're watching this, sorry, I'll try and respond to you, but I do want to do a video where I talk about that, like how to fix Vrains. So if any of you guys have any interesting suggestions that I could include there, tell me in the comment section below. And as for the TCG question of the week, apparently Pendulum Magician FTK is getting some buzz around the community. I think it did very good at Atlanta, and people are already starting to panic. And I think everyone needs to calm down because I don't really have much of an opinion on FTKs one way or another. If they happen, they happen, so be it. A lot of people who play them put a lot of effort to them. I don't have the patience for them, personally, and I find them kind of boring, but more power to you. Some people are even saying, like, emergency ban list. Shut up. But what do you think? Do you think FTKs are good for the game? Do you think the Pendulum Magician 1 could become a big problem going forward? Tell me that below, and as always, click to like, click subscribe, and hopefully we'll have more to talk about next week.